Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I keep on hitting the fact that corruption and fuels these conflicts every which way you look. It doesn't matter where the corruption river flows. It affects everything from all aspects. Like one of the videos I did earlier. A company who's caught up in it. Well, once again, I have another article from All News Pipeline. This one's titled, More Proof. Insiders are flying in terrorists to destroy America. Are we not witnessing the build-up to the final false flag that will lead to martial law and the globalist endgame? And at the beginning of the article, there's a screenshot of Dictator Obama, and there's a caption there. We don't have a strategy yet to combat ISIS because they haven't finished arming and funding them yet. Which is so true. So very true. An absolutely bizarre story from the New York Daily News reads, 150 flight Mexico skip customs and leave JFK. Tells us that just days after ISIS released a video threatening New York City. And they link back to the video. ISIS releases video attacks in New York. With the terrorists attack, 150 people on a plane flight from Mexico to JFK were permitted to skip customs and leave JFK without having their passports or bags checked, as also shared in the third video below. Is this just latest event that makes us believe that certain members of the current administration want terrorists to be successful in America? Now, I'm going to pause for a quick second. Some of you might be confused, or you might know. But months ago, Judicial Watch and foward and others blew the lid that there was an ISIS training camp in Mexico. You know, Alex Jones sent a crew down there to get some video footage. The time they were there, they did see some personnel off in the distance that were confirmed to be ISIS, and also the stronghold they have there in the southern border of Texas and Mexico. And this also came out that ISIS is working with one of the cartels there. That was circulated here and there when Jade Helm was the lid was being blown on that, and in regarding to the underground tunnel network. So this may fit into all that. As I continue, we also look from this story from IntelliHub. Refugees being snuck into the U.S. on UPS flights under cover of darkness. Now that was just a day after the Paris attacks went down. Then somebody uploaded a video to the Facebook page. In Pennsylvania, seeing 30 buses at the airport picking people up off a UPS plane. We're given more proof that the administration is bringing refugees and possible terrorists into the country under the cover of darkness aboard commercial airline flights abroad. Aboard, yes. When we tie in this information from news from a former FBI official who recently went on Fox News to discuss Obama's dangerous plan to import thousands of Syrian refugees, we see a slightly orchestrated event. If you go to worldnetdaily.com, You can find the article there. U.S. General. We're not trying to destroy ISIS. And former FBI Assistant Director James Kallstrom, and this is at LMBWest.com. FBI says no way to check refugees coming to the U.S. While Obama issues this statement with his own words, unfolding that may soon lead to the total destruction of America and the implementation of martial law all across the country. And that is shared in the second video below. With new claims coming out that the Pentagon actually doctors ISIS intelligence to fit the White House agenda, as shared in the Daily News story from the dailymail.com. And I think this is the one that's out of, nope, this is the Pentagon. Okay. Title, Pentagon doctors ISIS intelligence sued White House probe widens manipulation. And news coming out about both the FBI and the DHS opposed the new refugees screening bill. I'm not surprised by that one bit, especially when it comes to the Department of Homeland Security, because they just put a statement out a few days ago when that Pennsylvania refugee, no wait, I'm sorry, Louisiana refugee disappeared. Yes, right after the attack, someone went to Louisiana, and one had already been disappeared. And there was the Catholic sheltering organization down there who made this statement. Whoa, we don't care to track where they go, it's not our business. And days later, the Department of Homeland Security said the exact same thing. We are not going to track these people. It is not our job. And you can find that article on thenewamerican.com. U.S. News, Immigration. FBI Director's DHS Secretary opposed the past refugee screening process passed by the House of Representatives. We have to ask, if we're now being set up for the slaughter with more than 1 out of every 4 Americans now believing the government is the enemy, which it is. It is. And it goes on to say that more than 1 in 4 Americans believe that the government is the enemy, according to a new poll. Pew Research gathers general opinions about the federal government. Is it a friend or foe / enemy? Found that 27% of registered voters say they think that the government is an enemy, up 8 points since 1996. The latest poll looked at general public opinion regarding the federal government. More than a third, 35% of Republicans believe the federal government is the enemy, while 34% of independents believe the same. The poll found that all the Democrats, 50%, view the government as a friend, and only 12% as the enemy. Other findings include that few think the government is run for the benefit of all the people, and that is viewed as wasteful and insufficient. About 3 in 4 Americans say the federal government is run by a few big interests, and 57% say the government is always wasteful and insufficient. So why has this former FBI Assistant Director Kallstrom put himself in danger by telling us that the letting potential terrorists into countries is an orchestrated event? Does he know something we don't? Well, of course he does. You're damn right it is. He's an FBI agent. Telling us that we have no idea who the people are and who are letting into the country. And you can find that article on weaselzippers.us 24-2407-127. Former FBI Assistant James Kallstrom. Migrant stream orchestrated to a large extent, very scary, letting in people we have no idea and who they are. We'll quickly see the handwriting on the wall. As the government prepares to brutally attack their own people, High Castle Marine warning PHP, while blaming it on the terrorists, is continually flying into the country. Why would dictator Barack Obama or the globalist members of this administration want a successful terrorist attack upon America? All we need to do is remember what happened here after 9/11. What is happening in Paris now? A total crackdown on civil liberties, another uptick of the surveillance state, and the need for a totalitarian government to fix what's broken. Will totalitarian globalists intent upon implementing global government really want another 9/11 America? Well, yeah, they would. International State of Emergency World, PHP. Of course, they would. Much more video below videos, including the X-22 report in the first video, telling us that the U.S. government and central banks are preparing for the final stages of the collapse. Is dictator Obama setting the stage for martial law in America by ushering terrorists in? Why did Customs let over 100 people just leave upon arrival from Mexico, when we know that the possible Syrian terrorists are trying to get into our country through our southern border? This incident reeks of being something rather other than we're being told. With news coming out of Russia, the U.S. helped to create ISIS. That's what you can find at Bloomberg.com. Will Americans finally get some truth about the ISIS creation? And calls for UN broken moves and fighting fixed terror. RedState.com also says that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama created ISIS. Or will the globalists be successful at their next false flag in America? Possibly a massive Paris-style attack in several U.S. locations or cities at the same time. Shake our resistance to the core. That was said in that PHP. Forever silencing the truth in this nation as martial law and total government censorship and complete dictatorship are brought in. We know that there is a possibility, if slight, that the 2016 elections won't be held in America. King Obama cancel elections, leaving Barack Obama leaving him a dictator. Well, he already is one. He performs actions as such. An America that will never learn the truth from the lies. Would a series of massive terrorist attacks upon America grant dictator Obama his endless terms in office? And in America, he never finds out the truth. If massive attacks are launched upon Americans and in U.S. cities, will those in Washington, D.C., who are clearly aiding and abetting ISIS terrorists, be held responsible for their actions? Congressman warns head-to-head conflict in that PHP. We strongly believe that the next series of massive terrorist attacks upon America will lead to the globalist endgame, a total crackdown on the few rights that we have left, and the New World Order and the criminal elite globalists have been working towards for many years will be concreted in the ground. We're running out of time, America. May God stand with the brave men and women across the nation and law enforcement and the U.S. military who are diligently working to keep America safe. Our thoughts and prayers for strength and protection are with you. Yes, we are running out of time. Tick, tick, tick. Wake up, tell others, prepare, no matter what you have to do. Be safe. God bless.